everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome to day 5 of our mindfulness practice for the month of March. I'm Stephanie and this is...
I'm Marcus Schneider.
Thanks so much for joining us today as we guide you through your daily meditation. Make sure you like and follow Modo Yoga Brantford and Mindful Path Counseling to know when we go live each and every day. Please post your comments below for any reflections and we'd be happy to answer them on our next video. Marcus?
Thanks for joining us. Let's get started. So, we're talking about the practicality of this practice. And that doesn't need to be formal, it doesn't need to be rigid. What we're doing is we're paying close and careful attention to the present moment, the room that you're in, the environment that you're in. That can be with noises, it can be with quote-unquote distractions. But if you allow yourself to just observe those distractions, then all of a sudden they shift from distractions into just what's happening, what's so. And so we invite you to find this time for yourself, wherever you are, sitting in a chair, laying down, palms up, palms down, whatever works for you, whatever makes you feel most comfortable, most relaxed. And that's the same thing with closing your eyes. So you can have your eyes open, you can have your eyes closed, whatever feels good, just kind of settle into that experience. And let's start by paying attention to the room that we find ourselves in. Make sense of the noises and the sounds that you can hear in the room. You might hear some subtle ticks, creaks and groans. Whatever it is that arises in your awareness, just notice it as part of this moment, not as something that you need to act on or do, but just sitting in the experience of what's so. See if you can find that almost comforting, to know that you're in a familiar space, to know that you have sounds around you, noises and things to pay attention to. And over the next 10 minutes, this actually is an exercise of paying attention, not doing something right or wrong, just tuning in, settling into it. Feel your body, feel your breath, feel it in relation to the space that you find yourself in. I find it nice or helpful to bring attention to your breath, to the inhales, to the exhales. And as you let your breath captivate your attention, notice the subtleness. Subtleness in the breeze at the tip of your nose. Subtle movements that your body makes to accommodate your breath. And just the experience of sitting in a chair, feeling yourself breathe with your body expanding, contracting. Feel your clothing gently brush against your skin as you breathe. You might start to notice some of the muscles in your body gently soften as you bring awareness or attention to them. Start by the muscles around your neck and your shoulders. See if there's tension that you might be able to soften here. So bring that awareness down into your chest. Feel the barrel of your chest gently inflate and expand as you breathe in. Watch the same thing happen as you breathe out. Bring that awareness a little bit deeper into your belly, into your abdomen, right behind your diaphragm, just allowing your body to move. afraid to gently extend your belly forward, just relaxing the tension or the gripping you tend to hold on to. Notice when that point comes in your practice where your mind wanders away from where we are, away from breath, away from the present moment. A moment to observe where your mind is taking you. You might even observe how that thought, how those ideas impact the way that your body feels, the way that your breath moves. Once you've observed, once you've gotten curious, without judgment, gently return your attention and your awareness back into your breathing, back into the space that you find yourself in. So as you're breathing in, you're aware of the fact that you're breathing in. And as you're breathing out, you're aware of the sensations in your body that allow you to breathe out. Just noticing what's so in your body, in your mind. Maybe there's something that's arisen in your awareness or in your consciousness that compels you to act or do, maybe to shift or adjust. Before you do, just notice. Notice where the sensation is. Notice where the invitation and movement arises or starts. Is it from resisting something that you don't like, or is it from feeling discomfort in your body? Whatever it is, just notice it without judgment. Feel free to act on that if it's really overwhelming or you feel like that's the right thing to do. Always give yourself that moment before you jump into action to see if it's a reaction or if it's a response. To observe whether it's necessary or whether it's just a natural inclination. Breathe into those moments to discover and to see something new about yourself. A way that your mind just encourages action without much thought. You almost put that in the category of thoughtless action. Just being compelled by your motives. See if you can come back to observe them. Observe without judgment, with an honest and earnest sense of curiosity. Do notice that your mind has drifted away from where we are here, in this present moment. Seeing that as a problem. Reminding yourself that this is the practice. This is where we are. With our wandering minds, our distracted bodies. What we get to do here is we get to be honest. We get to observe without judgment, without criticism. Without even seeing a problem, simply accepting as we are who we are. This last minute of practice, start again, right from the beginning. Notice the room that you find yourself in. Notice the body that's sitting in your chair, laying in bed, the ground. Just feel the sensations that arise from paying attention. Notice what's so. With that awareness, with that acknowledgement, allow your breath to move your body. Observe how these shifts in movement and sensation change as you breathe. Let's take a deep breath in together, filling your lungs, expand your chest. Gently sigh it out. One more time with a deep breath in. Full breath out. Bring light back into your eyes, awareness back into the space. Make any movements that your body's craving. Welcome back.
Thanks, good.
Back to reality. It's good to have you here. That practice every time, it just makes you feel a little more calm, a little more aware. I think your attention centers in the brain aren't as lit up as you would be if you don't do this practice. And so it just kind of gives you the opportunity to feel grounded. What a great way to start the day or take a pause in your day to take that time for yourself. I want to talk a little bit about the nervous system today. I thought that might be a good topic of discussion. And depending on what's going on around us, it's always affecting the way that our nervous system reacts. The best way to understand that is that our body is conditioned to create different responses depending on the stimulus or depending on what's going on. For example, you put food into your body doesn't just stay the same way that it did before you put food in your body. Digestive enzymes get produced so that your body can digest that food. The nutrients from that food goes into different parts of your body so that you can use it as fuel. And if the stimulus changes again, maybe it's something that's scary or something that's frightening or threatening to you, then the body reacts differently than when it's just gotten food. Your heart rate increases, your palms get sweaty. The autonomic nervous system sends a signal to your brain to make sure that you're making quick, rash decisions, which are appropriate if you're under threat. And then you can change the conditions again so that when you're calm, when you're relaxed, when you're feeling good, your heart rate slows down, your body regulates itself. Actually, hormone production optimizes because your body understands that it's in a state that it can regulate itself. And it changes the way that your brain functions too, so that in that case, it's not quick, rash decisions that you're making, but your brain can make more creative and abstract thinking decisions. It can think about the long-term consequences of your actions. It can, take abstract ideas and concepts that don't seem to fit together, but abstractly put them together to see if that's a good idea. And it changes because of the nervous system, and it changes in two large swings based on the relaxation response and the stress response. There's names for these. The relaxation response is the parasympathetic, or the relaxation response. And the fight or flight response, which we often talk about, is that stress response. That's the sympathetic response. And it's important to understand these two differences because you can observe them throughout your day. So as you're going through your day, notice that when you're making these quick, rash decisions, you send a text message that you think 2 hours later, I shouldn't have sent that, or I could have sent that a little bit differently. Or, you say something that's a little bit more harsh, a little bit less patient than maybe you'd expect yourself to be. Those are generally in times of stress. So you can notice and use that as a litmus test for when you've got a lot on your plate. When you're feeling overwhelmed. You can also notice that physiologically, the way you think changes depending on, hunger. We actually have a what's that?
Hungry, angry, lonely, tired.
What's that? HALT?
HALT.
Oh, that's
Something I always talk to my clients about. So if you're hungry, you're angry, you're lonely, or you're tired, you're more likely to be in a reactive state.
yeah, totally. HALT.
So easy to remember.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like that.
And it's a good checklist to give yourself. Am I hungry, or lonely, or tired? Ooh, okay, I'm hungry, I need to eat, or I'm angry, what's that about?
Yeah.
How am I noticing that in my body? Am I sending these text messages? Am I regretting it later? So it just allows you to take a step back.
Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. HALT.
HALT.
Love it.
Yeah.
Because those are actually the indicators that, I was going to bring up in a much less beautiful way. But yeah, that's ultimately what it is, and depending on the stimulus of what's going on around us, our body changes, it operates differently, and we want that. Like, it's actually a good thing. It's a survival mechanism. You might think to yourself, well, why when I'm under stress or worked up or frustrated, why is it then that I make these poor decisions?
Mm-hmm.
Because environmentally, we needed to make really quick, rash decisions. You're walking through a forest, you're feeling calm, things are good, you're feeling like you can take on the day, and you're feeling relaxed, and then all of a sudden you crest a hill and there's a bear.
You're just gonna sit and you see a bear.
Yeah, and you see a bear, all of a sudden you don't want to feel that relaxed, calm state of creative thinking. You actually want to react really quickly in that situation so that you're making, a decision that's quite a snap judgment to either fight, flight, or freeze is sometimes one of the cases. But if we didn't have that mechanistic response, there'd be a whole lot of physiological problems we'd run into, because when you're worked up, when you're stressed out, your digestive system actually kind of shuts down. Your internal organs actually reduce the amount of work or energy that they take so that your extremities can get fresh oxygenated blood so you can fight or flight in that situation. And then the amygdala fires up, which is the part of your brain that makes these quick, rash decisions. So we kind of want those things to happen in the midst of a threat that's threatening us, or a crisis, right?
And the concern is when that's how we react all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why this breath practice is so important, because it allows us to be in a calm, relaxed state. We're more responsive. And during the times of an actual crisis, our body is responding properly.
Yeah.
And our body's functioning at its best when we're in a calm, relaxed state.
For sure. It's and it's something that we can train our bodies to do, which is really cool and really important, is that the stress response kicks in, because in 2019 there's way more than enough stuff to stress about. Like, there's just a lot on our plates. We know way more people now. We're always introduced to new people. Those are all gentle stresses, and they can add up to something quite significant. And so we have a lot more stress in our life. So what we can do as a response to that, we can teach ourselves to evoke the relaxation response.
Mm-hmm.
We can actually build that as a muscle.
Mm-hmm.
And the analogy I like to use is like giving somebody a bike. And if the bike sits on the shelf, it gets rusty and old and it doesn't get used, and you never learn how to use it. But if you actually use that bike of de-stressing, if you actually use that equipment and you start to play with it and you start to make sense of it and you start to use it on a daily basis, then you get really good at riding that bike. Mm-hmm. Eventually you're going to be popping wheelies, riding with no hands, jumping off the curb quite comfortably. And these are all conditions of getting familiar with the equipment that we're using. And this practice does the same thing for our bodies. We're just becoming familiar with the equipment that we're using. And we can actually, because we experienced so much stress in 2019, different ways of stressing about situational things, circumstantial things, or environmental things, that we can actually train ourselves to become better at riding the bike, at riding the wave of relaxation, of being calm in the midst of stressful or difficult situations, right?
Yeah, just like how we exercise our body, it's so important to exercise our mind, because that's a muscle as well.
Totally, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about neuroplasticity in another episode, because that has really profound effects on the fact that we can change the way that our body responds to stimulus and environmental things. So keep joining us. We've got lots of time left to delve into the topic of mindfulness. And we'll be back with you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Perfect. We'll see you then. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.